updates.
Now we are watching and taking care of a lot of local stories here in Milwaukee. So right now we want to send it out to 12 News' Kendall Keys, who's joining us live inside the Baird Center. That is where we're kind of waiting for this final home stretch. Kendall, what's it like where you are right now?
Well, she just came over the loudspeaker. This happens like every time we come to me, and said they're going to start the exporting process. That means all 108,000 ballots here have been processed. Now they're going to go to each of these tabulation machines. If we can zoom over there, they're going to use a flash drive to export the results from those machines. From there, then they will come to, there's a box over here. They'll put all of the flash drives in that box and then transport it over to the courthouse. So this is a process that's expected to take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to complete that export process and get those final results.
All right, Kendall Keys, and then that information will go over to the Milwaukee County Courthouse, where 12 News' Nick Bohr is standing by.
Yeah, Nick, and we were just chatting back and forth a little bit on that waiting process, right, which is kind of in this little bit of a lull that we find ourselves at this hour, almost 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, and the interesting thing is we're not just talking about the city of Milwaukee. If we show you the board over there, it's the city of Oak Creek, the city of Wauwatosa, West Allis, and Cudahy. All of their absentee ballots are still out as well. So we're still waiting for all of those. Of course, Kendall has been talking about the issue all night with that 31,000 ballots that had to be rerun for the city of Milwaukee. That would in part explain why the delay there. But for those other communities, we still don't know. Obviously, the record or really high number of absentee votes that were cast this year is playing a role with that. But we are still waiting on those to come in as well. 13 flash drives coming from the city of Milwaukee, another from Wauwatosa, another from West Allis, and those other communities that are left there, Cudahy and Oak Creek, are to be transmitted electronically through a modem, just like every other vote comes in here. So we're still waiting for all of those to come in. Hales Corners was just added a few minutes ago, so we're getting closer, but at this point, still waiting for those big numbers to come in.
All right, Nick Bohr reporting live at the Milwaukee County Courthouse.
All right, let's get to some numbers here at this hour. We want to show you what the race for the White House is looking like in Wisconsin. We're talking about 90% reporting here. Former President Donald Trump leading 51%, Kamala Harris 47%. Now that magic number that we've been saying is the Electoral College number, that 270. Former President Donald Trump with 267. I want to quickly here read a statement that we got from the GOP chairman, Brian Schimming. It says, from the 2024 Republican National Convention in Milwaukee to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Wisconsin was the cornerstone of President Trump's victory. This election was a triumph for the millions of working families who made their voices heard after 4 years of neglect and division. Again, watching here what happens with those latest absentee ballots that are set to be counted here in Milwaukee. But as we have it right now at about 2 o'clock in the morning this Wednesday, that's what we're seeing.
All right, and we're still watching this important race here in the U.S. Senate here between incumbent Democrat Tammy Baldwin and Republican challenger Eric Hovde. 91% reporting this race still at this point too close to call. That is why those numbers that are coming in from Milwaukee County are going to be so important.
Really quickly, we want to go ahead and bring in 12 News political director Matt Smith. Matt, you have some latest developments to tell us.
I just got word from the Baldwin campaign that they are telling us as they're looking at these numbers, they feel confident that they are going to take the lead after these absentee votes are reported and take the win. This is new word just coming in from the Baldwin campaign at this hour, that the margin that we are talking about here within the Senate race is enough that they feel confident that they will take the lead. Unlike what we're seeing in the presidential race, Donald Trump's lead is much wider over Kamala Harris. And this will be the first time since 1968 in a presidential cycle that we will potentially see a split, a Republican at the top of the ticket and a Democrat for the U.S. Senate. Those numbers still to come in. Obviously, both campaigns closely watching, but the Baldwin campaign expressing even more confidence and optimism now at 1:57 a.m.
And that's been the word that we've been waiting on to hear from Tammy Baldwin's folks, as these numbers have still been outstanding here.
Yeah, but I can grab the numbers here if we have just a couple of minutes. I'm not quite sure how much time we have here, but you know what? It's 2 in the morning, so we can.
It's 2 a.m. Yes,
you know what?
you've got the floor, Matt.
We got to show you the
we can have it.
Give you an idea of what we're talking about.
But just in terms of what we're talking about for the Baldwin campaign, I'm not sure if we can pull this up here on the big map. Here we go.
There we go.
Eric Hovde's lead right now is 67,398. If you take a look at what Trump's lead is, remember that 67,000. Trump's lead is all the way up at 123,526, so nearly impossible at this point for Trump to make up. But what the Baldwin campaign is saying, with what they're seeing and where these numbers are going to come from, heavily Democratic cities, 108,000 votes alone in Milwaukee County, they're feeling confident they can make this up. In Milwaukee County alone, the split right now is 66-32. So even if these absentee ballots would stay with this 66-32 split, plus you have some other municipalities like Green Bay, Kenosha, Oshkosh, some other larger cities, they believe, they feel confident. Obviously, the Hovde campaign is still watching this. No one has called this race, but we're going to have to see how this plays out. And this is going to be kind of a game changer in terms of what Wisconsin voters are doing in here in terms of a potential split ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying we were expecting these numbers to be coming in at this late or early Wednesday morning hour here, just 30 seconds away from 2 a.m. here in the Central Time Zone. So not surprising that we are waiting on those numbers to come in. We want to take these live pictures here. This is what Kendall Keys was talking about there at the Baird Center. This is the first part of the process to download the results of those absentee ballots onto those flash drives. And they have 13 machines that they have to go around to individually to begin this process, take those flash drives, put them in that secure box, and then it gets the transport with law enforcement over to the Milwaukee County Courthouse.
Yeah, Derek, and I think that's the key word as we're watching this unfold live here at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is the process, right, of taking all of the data from those tabulator machines and then escorting. The escorting process hasn't happened just yet. We know that we have Nick Bohr on standby there at the Milwaukee County Courthouse. We would be able to bring that to you just to give you an idea. That's police escorts. That's obviously the best way to secure your vote. And of course, we have been here in your homes and your TVs on your screens for a majority of the night into today in the morning. And remember that 12 News is starting early in just a few hours, so you can stick around, maybe get some sleep,
2
do
hours
whatever
to be
you
exact.
have to do.
I wouldn't be surprised